Phil Cohen, President CEO, Care Media Holdings Corp. My sector, advertiser supported. We're still trying to educate the advertisers. And there's more to the education because as technologies are evolving, we need to be integrated with new and existing technologies that are changing, and to maintain the educational aspect to our advertisers. That's the hurdle, huge hurdle. As you clear one and you get the one advertiser to understand, great, you got a customer for life. But now there's another one right behind him. That's the hurdles. See, there's a maturity curve. As we as an industry mature, the advertiser is also maturing. He's saying, you know, I'm not willing to take shotgun impressions anymore. I need recall. I need the engagement, and I need the recall that comes from that. And I need to be able to prove that. That's a maturing process on the part of the advertiser. And as they mature, and we get to the position of providing that data to them as an industry, we mature. And that's not a learning curve. That's a maturity curve. Retail and quick food service, I still call it fast food, because they already exist. And now it's a matter of, oh, we have to do that. Not should we, not do we want to, we have to do it. So if there's a chain of 3,000 quick serve restaurants or shoe stores that hasn't put in digital signage, they haven't put it in yet. They're going to. So I think that's the fastest growing sector. I guess that's two fastest growing sectors. In our case, you get your low-hanging fruit. You know, because we sell to doctors. Each one of our installations is to an individual CEO. And there's a lot involved there. But the guys who are quick, ooh, I want that, we already got them. The next ones who are ooh, I want that, we've already got them. So we're at the place now where it's, I'm not sure I want that. Offsetting that is there are so many that already have it that there's pressure, if you will, that they have to do the same thing. In fact, though, what we've done is we've cut our speed of growth. We're programmed to do exactly 100 new installations a month. It's manageable. It's manageable by the field people that have to hang them on the wall. It's easily scalable, if that's the right word, for our software people. And although you would think the content doesn't matter in this case, because it's IP addresses, bing, 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 you sent them out. But remember, we have to offer changes to playlist for each individual doctor. A doctor in Resume Speed, Iowa says, I don't want that breastfeeding on my screen. So we'd have to take that segment off. Simple, but that creates a whole new playlist. So we're gonna hold at the 100 a month, which is what we did the last 6 months of last year, and we'll continue that pace for a few years. It's gonna be with the software guys, and they've got to be pressured to make it happen, because we're not standalone anymore. That digital screen is part of a campaign, part of a series of screens. We're involved now in a number of situations where an advertiser has said, we do social media. We need you to be involved in our social media. You do digital signage. We need to be in the digital screens, on the digital screens. There's mobile. We need to drive from the screen, the digital screen, the digital sign screen, to the mobile screen. And there's a difference between audience and consumer. So create those messages that cross those platforms, that move from each of those different, call them what you will, consumer, purchaser, viewer. And we said we can do that. And then they put the caveat, and report that to me. Show me how each thing happened and what the numbers are. So the software guys are going to have to come up with methodologies or science to integrate the use of those three screens. Now, the web guys, they're going to do that. You clicked, I got you. Digital signage, we're pretty good at that because we have Arbitron. And now I see where Nielsen is really starting to learn our business also. I'd love to have Nielsen in there right up with Arbitron and with some of the really strong research independents that are really strong. And they're members of our associations and they're here. Now take that to mobile. And how are you going to report the mobile? And tie them all back. So that's where I think the new technology has to come from. Bring it back to the software guys. We know where our growth is. We took our verticals. We're healthcare, we're veterinary, we're women's, we're kids. Overall, we're female caregivers, 24 to 44. We'll grow that one screen at a time, or 100 screens at a time, or 1,200 screens over the course of a year. Right now, our real number is not the 6,000-ish screens. The real number is the 5.4 million women every month that are watching them. Watching them, not walking past, not exposed to, but watching them. And that's the number we need to grow. There's 3 parts of an answer. Why did I join DSF? I didn't care. I'll join anybody that's going to promote digital signage. So when the guys come over and say, hey, we're going to start a Digital Signage Federation. Great, sign me up. Now, number 2. I saw the guys, and I say guys, you know what I mean, everybody, that came in on that board. And I said, there's nobody here mailing it in. There's nobody here building a resume. These are a bunch of people that really want to work, really willing to work. And you can tell on the board meetings. There's no foolishness. There's no, hey, Mike, I saw you over at the movies last week. Who cares? We don't have time. I love it. It's real action. It's really generating stuff. Take it from there to the next level to grow the membership. I'm a member of Digital Signage Association. I'm a member of DIPA, used to be OVAB, used to be Mike's Dream, whatever you want to call it. And I love them all. But this one, I have a passion now because the other guys have a passion. They don't, I'll use the term again, mail it in. I'll tell you a guy today, he's a VP, although most of us, I think, run our companies. He's a VP in a pretty big company. We've got a meeting this afternoon. His CEO calls and says, I'm going to fly in. I want to have a meeting at such and such a time, put the team together. And he says, let's make it an hour later. I've got a Digital Signage Federation board meeting. That's what I'm talking about. But what this is about is creating the program that I kind of mentioned, going from one screen to another, tying it all together and being successful. Wow, did we learn something? We were always bragging about taking your television commercial, putting it on our networks, and delivering 50% higher recall than the Super Bowl. Here's the numbers. Look, Super Bowl number, my number, 50% higher. When we did this, Saddle Ranch, our content company, said, look, we can't use television commercials. Our web has to be one thing, our digital signage has to be one thing, the mobile screen has to be something else. We have to maintain that same marketing line through the screens, but it can't be a commercial, it can't be a television commercial. So they created something specifically for each screen. Recall numbers on the digital signage screen, 48%, 57%, 58%. We were fat, dumb, and happy at 19 and 20. So that's what we're going to present tomorrow. I'm Phil Cohen, President, CEO, Care Media Holdings. I'm here at Digital Signage Expo in Las Vegas. I've been talking about it for weeks. Where are you?